You know, I always had difficulties when people had their idea of saying that they are something different than human. Because a human is what they are. Excuse me. A human is what they are. And whenever I seen the dragon and felt the connection with the dragon, I didn't feel the same energy like whatever they told me my entire life. When you would see a god, when you would see a saint, when you would see an angel, they always said it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be that you are willing to do everything for it. And yeah, but I always expected an angel to be a human with wings, with pigeon wings. And I never thought that these creatures were beautiful or anything that I would do anything for them. But they always said it. And once I had the dragon before me for the first time, I've seen an angel for the first time. And I could not explain in words what I felt. It was such a connection. It was pure electricity. Everything inside of my body was immediately reaching out for the dragon. And my humanity just fell down on the knees. And that is what I could remember from it, that I felt so unworthy. And when people say, and I search down for people to have answers, please, whatever is happening, I don't know what this is. There should be a lot of people that had the same experience. I hoped, but there were always people saying role playing, but not taking it serious. But there were some people, and you know, coincidence is something that doesn't really exist on a dragon's path. You are led to it. 7 years later, after searching for so many years about people having the same experience, I came to a man from Poland that had the exact same experience on my birthday. Again, on my birthday. After 7 years, I was 25 back then. And he had the same idea. Humans are so much lesser than dragons. Dragons are gods. Humans are just creatures, just the same as animals, nothing more than animals. And yet they see themselves as so higher, a higher power that they can control the world. Yet everyone actually should bow for the dragon, but that is just our taste of it, you know. Like I said, there are so many different gates. Wherever your gate belongs to, wherever the citizens or the spirits or the gods from that gate comes to you, you will always feel like an angel is coming for you. An angel is being with you. Every human and every animal in this entire world always have spirits by their side. But they don't know which spirits. They are always being led that these are creatures with wings. But in fact, what I've seen is the dragon. What you can feel is the dragon. And that is what you have inside of your entire life. When you see, for example, the image of your spirits, the image of your spirits, or the image of your God, even, you immediately will have an awakening. And this is also what happened to me. I had my awakening. But then, of course, something strange happened inside of my ears. I have different ideas, different thoughts. I could hear different voices. I could hear a different language, a language that I could never even pronounce. I had visions in my mind, and also that someone is talking inside of my mind. And I was immediately saying, I'm going insane, I'm going crazy. That is what everyone actually says once they are awakened. Well, actually, Christians are not that far away. I was born again in the hands of the dragon. And I had new abilities that I could understand the dragon. I could understand everything. And also new abilities. For example, I could feel energies like people cannot. I could understand languages what people cannot. I could feel so much more connection with nature. And that is what everyone has once they really find their gods and their spirits, once they are awakened. What we have, my brothers and sisters, what we can also have, and a lot of people have this, are these body parts, you can say. Body parts that you don't know that you had. Spiritual body parts. We are born as humans. We are human. We are nothing more but the rest of them. We having here our lives among the other humans. We are just telling the same story as the other humans. The same story that they can tell in their star. As we can tell our story in our draconic star. 2 other dragons. And so we sometimes feel other body parts. For example, dragons have seen in so many different ways in the entire world, entire history, and sometimes we can feel very much like the dragon. I remember that I was at my job and I was just working there, and I immediately have a flashback or some that I never even thought that I could have, and I was acting completely draconic. That people were saying that I'm going crazy, and I thought the same thing. I could not stop myself. That we can have draconic body parts, and that we can have spiritual body parts, that we can have spiritual language, a spiritual mind, that everything can be opened once the dragon has touched you. The first places where the dragon has touched me was my chest and my hands, because simply I just always do like this with the dragon, so that I can reach out for the dragon. So of course the dragon does like this, and in this place the dragon was touching it for the first time. And I have to say that my fingers, whenever I started my path, were thick and not like now. They changed a lot. And this and my chest are the places, you know, when the dragon has awakened me, people said, are you doing fitness or something? Because my chest was much more wider from one day to another. And I said no. But I didn't said anything about the dragon, of course, because they would see it as something strange. As something insane, actually, to be honest. But that is what we can have. Strange abilities that we don't understand. So that we can have draconic body parts, that we can immediately have wings, that we can have claws, that we can have horns, that we, from one day to another, talk a draconic language, that we don't understand, that you might even speak French for some reason, because the dragon is talking with you, because there is a different spirit. We are torn apart, actually. We are a torn apart spirit, torn apart between our humanity and that of the dragon. So it doesn't know actually how to do it. And actually what we have to do on the dragon's path is not to go like this, but to go like this, to be one with it. So you are not divided, so that you are not confused, because this, I might say, this is a very confusing path. And we are, like I said, we are not going anywhere to say what to do now, because we are all alone in this. There are not many people who are like this. But once you are awakened by the dragon, how do you know actually that the dragon is your path? Well, actually, look at the image of the dragon. There are a lot of images of the dragon. Just look at the image of the dragon. Do you feel anything? Do you feel happy? Do you feel, oh wow, beautiful? Well, actually, then you should explore it further. The more that you explore it, the closer that you are with your awakening, and the closer that you are into changing. Because that is what happened to me, especially in the first years. I changed a bit physically, but especially spiritually. Spiritually changed in that of the dragon. And it was very intense, I must say. Very intense. And Of course, like I said, you cannot go to anywhere, and that is the reason why I'm talking to you. There are a lot of people like us. There are, but we just don't talk about it. We just experience it and just shut up about it. But yeah, I don't want to shut up. There are so many things that could be said about the dragon. So many secrets. So many ways that we can say anything about the dragon. This is just a path that is not enough said about anything. But if, for example, from one day to another, you feel like having wings, you feel like having teeth, you feel like having these large teeth, or you feel like having horns, this is not crazy. This is not bad. I had the same thing. But this is not crazy at all. It is because your spirit still has them.